What's up, guys? Welcome back to RollPlay R&D. Someone made a dice roll. I think it was Maggie, and we got to deal with that, don't we, Steve?
Yep. So,
What
Maggie,
happens?
what were you just doing, Emberly?
I just spilled my beer. Lovely.
Ooh.
Um, actually, I was trying to open my mind to the maelstrom. Is that what it's called?
Yes,
And
to the
I
psychic
am
maelstrom.
trying to envision while Bubba over here is fidgeting and trying to fix the tractor. I'm trying to figure out what's going to happen when we get to the Winnebago.
Yeah. So first of all, whenever people open their brain to the psychic maelstrom finds something out about those people as well. So, Bubba,
Yeah.
what was your first car?
My first car was actually a Lambo.
Oh, man.
I found on the outskirts of a town. I found a garage that had long since been lost upon, or amongst all the nonsense of the apocalypse. And within this shed, like those Car Hunter episodes, they found a pristine pink Lambo.
Yeah,
Oh
A
man.
pink Lambo,
yeah.
pink.
The shitty thing was,
Yeah.
5 minutes after finding it, I wrecked it into a wall because I didn't know what I was doing. Because it was
Yep.
the first car I'd ever driven.
Fail.
Of course.
So-
Too much car
Damn.
for Bubba.
I'm crying right now.
Yeah. That's touching,
That's
Bubba. Thank you
terrible.
for that.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, Emberly, you rolled a 13 on your open your brain roll. So, what are you trying to find out about?
I'm basically trying to get some insight on what's going on over there, like what we can expect when we get
Yeah.
there.
All right. You see, as you twiddle your bracelet and you just sort of zone out, and you see this huge rift in the ground, and it's this massive crack. It's just completely pitch black, and the surface of the ground is completely like ash gray. And from down in the depths of this crack, this like red-orange glow starts growing, and you like your vision sort of zooms in, and you see a Winnebago, and it's completely intact. And then, like, a distance away from it, there's this like bonfire burning. And as you're sitting there watching this bonfire burn, you actually feel the heat intensify, and you feel something approaching. And that's when you snap out.
All right. That's
So,
interesting.
Bubba, you're underneath Lambo 1. You kick it, you punch it, you strap a belt or something to some spar underneath Lambo 1,
Yeah.
and you punch the engine block, and the whole thing roars back to life.
Beautiful.
Did anyone
what do
else
you
see
guys-
me doing that by any chance? Like notice?
I don't know.
I was
Yeah,
under the car.
I saw it, and I want to know if that little bracelet can tell you if our man Shaza is fucking up our stash.
Is that what you say to me?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I don't really know. I didn't get anything about Shazza specifically, but I do feel like the Winnebago is fine, but there's something by it, and I'm not sure what. Like something bad. It feels bad.
Well, this whole fucking place is bad, so I'm not surprised you're seeing something like that. But
What time of
He's-
day is it, by the way, Mr. MC?
It's like 1 or 2. It's kind of early afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, I think we definitely want to get over there before nightfall and be able to get back before then. I'm
Bubba,
just getting a bad feeling.
this thing working?
Yeah, she's good as new. Don't fuck it up. Which one of you am I to blame? Which one of you took a right turn clearly into this fucking goddamn wall right here? And he's like pointing to the truck.
Well, if you didn't throw grenades, we might not have this problem, but
Well, since you spoke up first, I guess we're to blame you then. Is that correct, Evan? Well, maybe I'm not so tired about that tire iron hit to the forehead.
don't even start with that, Bubba.
Can we go?
Yeah, let's get going.
You tell
right.
me. So, Emberly,
actually-
you're manning the grenade launcher.
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in with Bubba, even though he's being a douche.
Corbett hops in Lambo 1's driver's seat, And she sort of like, shimmies a little bit in the seat. She says, "Ooh, this feels nice." She puts her hands on the wheel, tenant 2, slams her foot down on the gas, lurches backwards, goes, "Ah, whoa!" Like, stops. And then she says, "All right, I think I got the hang of it. Evan, hop in."
Evan, you should drive. This sounds like it's going to be really bad.
Evan, be careful over there. Betsy is, we're still teaching her the ways of Lord Junior, if you get my drift.
Jesus Christ. I reluctantly am crawling up onto the sidecar.
Now remember, Betsy, no right turns.
She waves back. She sings in a sing-song voice, "If you're not first, you're last." And she punches the gas, roars off at like 15 miles an hour. Wow. Bubba, you gonna take that kind of taunting from Corbett?
No, I don't care if Emberly's on the car or not. I just start going.
I am on the
think
car, so that's fine.
Okay.
All right, you guys make a couple twists and turns. Like it's clear that like some of the rocks have fallen, some new passageways have opened up, but you managed to find your way through the canyon pretty clearly. Are you going straight to the where are you going? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm headed towards the Winnebago. I would hope that's where Corbett's going as well.
All right. Well, you sort of yell at her, "Corbett, to the Winnebago," and she waves back. And you managed to get to the Winnebago after all, and it's completely intact. Like you pull up into the sort of like alcove, sort of protected area.
Steve, maybe we should rewind a couple minutes, because as we're approaching the Winnebago, I put one arm on Corbett and I'm like, "You have to start slowing down. You have to let Bubba get there first."
Okay. Man, like,
And I'm
going to use. Can I roll
scouting.
my hot? Can I like seduce or
hot.
manipulate her
do
to
it,
like,
do it.
absolutely.
Do it.
Fuck yeah.
Do it. Roll that shit now.
All right. 2d6 -1.
Yes.
6. Fuck.
6.
She has a crush on Bubba.
Yeah, she looks at you. She like shoulders your arm off of her and she says, "Like hell I will," and she punches it. And she
I'm like, well, I guess if you're not first, you're last.
yeah,
Nice.
exactly. She tears into camp. She spins she does like a donut when she gets in there in front of the Winnebago. And she
Baller.
she tosses her like punk rocker. What did I say? What color was her hair? I think it was
Purple,
like,
right? Or something like that.
Purple.
No.
was
She
it
had, like,
purple
a
or pink
mohawk?
or something? Yeah,
Oh,
she
maybe
has
it's
like a
I
pink
have it
mohawk.
written down. Yeah. What was
She tosses her pink mohawk. She looks at you, Evan, and she says, "Lord Junior says if you ain't first, you're last.
Nice.
We are first." And then she holds up a hand for a high five.
I'm
High
just
five
laughing
her.
my ass off, but I give her the high five.
All right. She steps out, crunch, crunch, her boots crunching on the rocky ground. So Bubba, you pull up a little more slowly into this alcove. And so where is the Winnebago in relation to your workstation?
I mean, what does a workstation actually consist of? Does it say anywhere?
Well, it's on
thought
the
you chose where
Savvy
it
Heads
was.
sheet.
Right? Like a good garage or
Yeah, I guess it would just be a garage, right? I
Or
think
a
that's what it
warehouse
was.
or
It's like the
wherever you-
garage, and then, I mean, the way I remember is like
It's a
then off the
garage
si-
that has a workstation and
Yeah, like
Yeah.
off the side, there, like found some like old siding. It's like it's a kind of makeshift room. I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely not as reinforced as the garage, but it suffices for what we have to do.
yeah.
All
I'm
right,
okay with
so
that.
Bubba, you've got some choices to make about your workspace, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So here, I'm going to paste something into chat.
Perfect.
Choose 3.
Oh, okay. So choose 3: a garage, a dark room, a controlled growing
See, I
environment.
remember that, and I remember him choosing a garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I chose the garage.
You also had a controlled growing environment, which I think is the Winnebago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you've got a third thing, right? So which do you choose?
And that's everything after a junkyard.
Oops, there's a little bit more. You've got.
Weird-ass electron.
You also get to choose from a proving range, a relic of the Golden Age past, and booby traps.
Ooh, booby
So
traps.
pick one more of those things.
I'll say a relic of the Golden Age past, and it's going to be like a
A
pristine
tire iron.
type of car or something.
A pristine type of car?
Just the shell of a car. It doesn't have an
Yeah.
engine.
Yeah, I'll let you have like the shell of a car in there. What kind of car do you have?
Let's say I found a Fiat.
Okay.
And I was so confused as to why this fucking car would ever exist or actually serve purpose as a real car.
Yeah, but
like
it's
that.
like it's pristine. It's
Yeah.
like freshly waxed and shit. Like how on earth is there a freshly waxed Fiat shell out here in this canyon? Write down that you have a garage, the Winnebago growing environment, and the Fiat shell. Just make sure. And of course, I'll copy this to you as well.
Sure.
But you can just like copy it. This is the move for using your workstation.
Okay.
There you go. When you go into a workspace and dedicate yourself to making a thing or to getting to the bottom of some shit, decide what and tell the MC, roll 2d6.
Make us more.
Oh no.
shit,
You don't
Bubba.
actually roll. I will tell you, sure, no problem, but and then 1 to 4 of the following. So,
Christ.
yeah, like you get to your garage and workspace, like the Fiat shell is still pristine, the Winnebago looks untouched, and like actually back from behind you is this big billowing cloud of smoke.
Yeah, so it's not there, and it's a bit confusing, guys. I thought
And then
this
I
was
yell
on
at
fire.
Wheat and I'm like, Wheat, remember what I was telling you earlier? Or Evan, sorry.
So how far away is the smoke? Like is there any? Can I climb on the garage and see and try to get an idea of?
Yeah, definitely. Like roll under fire, where the fire is. If you fall, it's gonna hurt.
Can we can see the smoke, right?
Yes, it's
But we
closer
can't
than
see
it.
the fire.
Yeah,
7.
it's closer.
Can
than
I
you
use
were
my
at the
hunting
beginning.
rifle and like scope to look?
Are you climbing up too, Emberly?
Sure.
Okay. So, Emberly, also roll to act under fire.
Oh my god. I'm like fall over.
Yeah, Emberly, you get about halfway up and then you fall. And you actually wind yourself on the ground. You take no harm, but it knocked the breath out of you. Evan, man, you make it about halfway up and you see Emberly fall. And it just, that kind of shakes you, right? And you're in kind of a tough spot. Like, there's not any really great handholds or footholds right where you are, but you can see that, like, if you could just get up to, like, 3 feet above you, there's a nice ledge where you'd have a good view. But, Evan, man, you're going to have to leave your guns behind if you want to make that jump.
I yell up
What
to
do you-
him. I'm like, hey, I can hold on to this for you, and maybe it'll help you get up there.
Well, first of all, Evan Masters doesn't get shaken just by watching some gal, fall off the side of a garage. But
Yeah.
I realize that it's a tough jump, so I do take off. I can't have one on my back. Like I can't get up there. I don't think I can get up there.
Nah.
Fair enough. I take them off. I throw them down to Emberly, and I hop up there.
All right. Yeah. You get up there and you peer down the canyon a ways, and probably like it's not too far from where you are, right? It's like 200 meters, 300 meters, 2 or 3 football fields. But like the canyon is so twisted and windy, like you've got a clear line of sight from where you are, but there's no clear path of travel there. You see like there's this huge burning wreck of like, do you remember when you killed Rum and he was in
Yeah.
that car?
Yeah.
That car is just like burning and like billowing smoke. And you see
I
Fuse.
thought we took that car.
No, it was still left outside the.
Oh, really?
No way, man. That
Yeah.
was inside, but
It was inside, but you guys
Oh.
didn't do anything with it.
yeah. Well, a month passed, so who knows
Yeah.
what the fuck.
So you see Fuse and Twice, and they're both sort of like Fuse has his hand on Twice's shoulder, and like over on the other side you see Shazza and like some other guy that you don't really know, Evan, and they're like yelling at each other. Do you want to read a situation?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wish I could
Evan.
see.
Yeah, if you could see Emberly, I'd let you, but unfortunately, we got to rely on Evan on this one. Would you roll plus sharp for me, please, Evan?
Yep. That's a +1 and a
Cool.
9.
Not bad.
All right. So ask one of those questions on the basic move sheet.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna ask you the question like, who's in control there? I can obviously tell that I see 3 friendlies there, but I'm trying to figure out, are they like under? Is this individual I don't see? Like, what's going on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you watch them for a while, and like Fuse pulls out a gun, and he starts waving it around. He even shoots it into the air a couple times. Ka, ka. It makes like really loud echoing bangs that sort of bounce around the canyon walls. And, Bubba and Emberly and Corbett, you all 3 hear this down from below. But you know what? Like, you notice that Fuse is keeping his distance from Shazza, and even though he's waving this gun around, like Shazza is actually pretty calm. And after watching for just like 1 or 2 minutes, it's pretty obvious that like this Shazza guy, he's pretty chill. He seems like
Hail
he's in
Junior.
command of the situation. Yeah, Hail
That
Junior.
Shaz is in, and that, like I've got to be just baffled by this because Shazza.
Yeah.
Okay. While remaining on the garage, I kind of peer over the side. I say, it appears there's a wrecked car out there. Now, I think I see Fuse and Twice and Shazza, and I'm not really sure what's going on. I don't know who exactly's got in control of the situation, but Emberly, I think that it would be wisest if you went out there and maybe, you take Bubba or we follow behind, but I feel like you're probably the most non-threatening here, and I'm not sure what's going on.
I gotcha. Do you think if I tossed you up a hunting rifle, you'd be good? Like you can catch it?
I mean, I could just maybe get a clearer picture of what's going on, but I can't guarantee you I can get a shot, whether there's even a shot to get. I'm not.
No,
I'm
but
not
I mean
sure.
that would help, right?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to toss him up a rifle. Do I need to roll or something for that?
Well, it's like
Or
pretty fucking high. He's probably like 20 feet up. Throwing a hunting rifle 20 feet into
20
the
feet
air.
up? How big
Yeah.
is Winnebago?
Can you put the hunting rifle
well-
into the grenade launcher and shoot it? No, I'm just.
So let me paint the setting for you a little bit.
Winnebago is not like 20 feet high.
But he's
I'm
not
on
on
the
the
garage.
Winnebago. He is
garage.
the Winnebago
Oh,
is
he's on
right
top of the
outside, in
garage.
front of the garage. The garage is actually this sort of like low height underhung cliff dug out into the rock wall here, and there's probably like one bulb hanging in like a wire cage from the ceiling that's dimly lighting. There's a couple of workspaces. There's in the center of the garage. There's the Fiat shell just sitting there gleaming in the dim light.
All right, that's
And-
not gonna
and-
happen then, probably.
Yeah,
Well, you
honey, I don't think
can.
it's going to get up here. I think that we just need. It's going to take us 5 minutes by foot, if
Okay.
that. I think we just go out there and.
All right,
Okay.
I put down your stuff for you and say, Bubble, let's go.
So now
Yeah.
wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. Why do I have to go with you? Fuse hates my guts.
Yeah, but Shaz is your homeboy.
Shazzy is my homeboy, but it doesn't mean that Fuse ain't gonna shoot me.
I got this.
So why
Well,
don't
but
I just
I think
why
the
don't I
best
just
way
get
is
why
gonna
don't I
be
just
to
make
mediate
something
it.
to get you out there? I mean, I
Okay.
got my workshop
What do
here.
you
It'd only
mean?
take
What
a
do you-
little bit.
What are you gonna make me?
Yeah, what are you gonna
It's-
make?
Are you
him
gonna make me like a
It's
Segway?
5 minutes away by foot.
Yeah, but why go by foot when you can use some wheels?
Bubba, how well do you know Shazza?
I mean, anyone that is in the Church of Laura Jr., I'd like to say I know pretty well.
I'm about ready to just get in the tractor and go.
You don't think Shaza has any secrets?
I mean, everyone has secrets. I don't know what his are in particular.
I think
but-
you need to come with us, Bubba.
Well, oh, we're all going? I thought you were staying.
No, just Emberly's going to lead the way because, like you said, Few's not so fond of us. But if Emberly goes out there, I think we'll be okay.
Okay, well, Amberly, you can take the tractor. Three of us will be behind you in the truck. I was gonna make you a unicycle and make it comical, but it's an age.
I like the thought, Bubba. I like the thought.
It's a will used long ago.
Maybe you can make me the unicycle for another
Well, then it
time.
wouldn't have any use, so that seems pointless. But let's get out there.
That's
All right. So Emberly, you're leading the way in Lambo 1.
I am not fond of them driving that other car with the grenade launcher without me, but okay, I'm down.
All right, cool. And the rest of you are following in Lambo 2.
Yeah, but I'd say we're far enough behind that we can't like be behind the horizon or something. It's pretty flat out here, right?
Right.
Okay.
But you're in a canyon and there's lots of like spires of rock and stuff. You can sort of be around the next turn from her.
Yeah, I think that's what we'll be.
Okay, cool. Right on. So, which one of you is manning the grenade launcher?
I'm driving, so it's between Betsy and
I will be at least stationed there.
All right. As you drive, Corbett turns to you, Bubba, and she says, "Bubba, I'm nervous. I don't know what's going on out here."
Well, Betsy, as St. Johnson once said, big credit to everyone at Hendricks Motorsports, and I mean we just gotta believe in Lord Junior that he'll get us through this.
She sort of murmurs to herself. She says, "Big credit to everyone at Hendricks Motorsports." I'll have to really think on that, Bubba. Thank you.
I did too, and it came to me eventually.
Yeah. Yeah. So Emberly, you pull up.
I want to read the
sort of around the
situation
corner.
as I'm pulling up.
All right. So give us a roll.
All right. This is gonna be bad. Oh, 9. Okay.
Not bad. You get to ask one of those questions.
And this is from the read a person? Because
Read a situation.
Okay. There we go. That makes more sense. What should I be on the lookout for?
Well, none of them have their weapons out anymore. It looks like Fuse has his pistol sort of sitting down next to him. He's sitting twice is sort of like standing off to the side, like with a really bitchy look on her face with her arms crossed, just sort of irritated. Shaza and his friend are just standing a little ways off from Fuse. But Emberly, you remember those gunshots. You remember how loud they were. And you know that anywhere out in the wilderness is prone to the infected. So you should be on the lookout for
I'm looking
other
around
entities
other
joining.
things than just these people. Like my problem isn't these guys. They're no problem. Okay. I guess I roll up, and are they reacting to this? Can I just get out of the tractor and be like, "Hey, what's going on over here?"
Well, Fuse sort of he like wipes his forehead.
And
he
I would walk
stands
up next to Fuse first.
Yeah, okay.
Fuse and Twice. I know them more than I know.
He stands up as you approach, and he says, Emberly, Christ almighty, we're in a real tough situation.
What happened?
Well, we're driving out here on some crazy trumped up story on part of Shaza over there, that fucker. And whole car just up and blew up. Looks like we hit a rock or something. Must have, I don't know what, must have popped a fuel line, got some extra fuel on the engine block, and just the whole thing went up in flames. We're lucky we all got out alive.
Yeah, well, that's not something we're going to be able to fix. I'm looking at it.
Yeah, he shakes his head. He says, "No, ma'am, I do not think so."